So before we get into detailed syllabus, I would like you people to introduce to the structure of examination. So sociology, your optional will have two papers, sociology paper 1 and sociology paper 2, each consisting 250 marks. Okay, so starting with sociology paper 1, which is 250 marks. Now here basically the syllabus, according to the syllabus, this is about fundamentals of sociology. Okay, the syllabus, according to the syllabus, paper 1 is called fundamentals of sociology. This paper is all about conceptual understandings, the concepts related to sociology, emergence of sociology, its scope, research methodologies used in the study of society, and then you go forward, you read classical theories given by the sociological thinkers, you learn the concepts of stratification in the society, then you learn about politics and society, you go further, you move ahead, you learn about work and economic life in the society, and then religion and society and social change. So basically all the incomplete, the whole paper in crux, I can say that it is more about a student has to focus more on the conceptual understanding of the subject. And yes, the content in this subject, in this paper, first of all, concepts of sociology will be covered in this paper, and the content is at international level. So you will be reading, you will be studying international thinkers, theories, all of that. Okay. Now moving forward, let us see paper 2 of sociology. It is again of 250 marks each. Okay. So this one is also 250 marks. Now this paper has lot of content has got overlapping from paper 1, and this is on Indian level. So if paper 1 was at international level, this is about Indian society. Okay, this paper is about Indian society. First paper was about fundamentals of sociology. Fundamentals of sociology. Now you may have a question or query in your mind that, sir, initially you told that there is overlapping in syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2, and then you're saying that paper 2 is Indian society, then how the things go? You have to understand that, as I told you, in paper 1 you learn about the concepts, maybe informal sectors, work in, under the chapter, under the unit work and economic life, you will read about concepts and theories of formal organizations, informal organization, whereas all of them will also be covered with perspective to Indian society, say informal organization in Indian society or formal organization in Indian society. So the perspective changes. In paper 1 it is conceptual, whereas paper 2 application of that concept is being done with perspective, with context of Indian society. So that is the major difference. There is quite a bit of overlapping. So paper 1 you have to learn the subject. If you are thorough with the concepts of paper 1, if you are clear with concepts of paper 1, the content of paper 1, if you develop good command on content of paper 1, I'm sure that you can easily score 150 plus in this paper. And also this certain portion of the subject is, paper 1 specially, is static. Okay, so questions are repeated from previous years, some questions, and it is capturable, as I had told you about concept of capturable optional in our previous lecture. Okay, coming to paper 2 once again. Now paper 2 is dynamic. It will also be integrated from current affairs. For example, Kisan Andolan going on. So under the unit social structure, there is a chapter called rural and agrarian structure of in Indian society. Or say in the chapter social movements, there would be agrarian movements, peasant movements. Okay? So all of that will come under Indian society. You can also, you need to integrate paper 2 with the current affairs of the syllabus. Okay, done. So I had just introduced you briefly, and always remember, if you are good in paper 1, if you understand the concepts, all you need to do is that develop a habit of thinking sociologically. What you need to do is you need to develop a habit of thinking sociologically. When I say thinking sociologically, that means that the concepts which you've learned, say you've learned concept of equality or inequality or hierarchy, then you, where you live, we individuals, we are part of a society, right? So you start observing those concepts existing in the society. Once you start observing them, once you start acknowledging them, your mind automatically starts thinking sociologically. And the better you are in thinking sociologically, the better you become in paper 2, because paper 2 will have application. Paper 2 will require application of the concepts of paper 1. So for that matter, you need to command all that. So I've given you a brief idea about paper 1 and paper 2.